This review is in loving memory of Raymond Briggs, one of the greatest British authors who ever lived. Thank you for giving us The Snowman, Father Christmas, The Bear, and many more. You will now be walking in the air. The Snowman, not the uh, awful 2017 live action Snowman, but the great 1982 animated Snowman, directed by Diana Kane and Jimmy T. Merkamy, and based on the classic book by Raymond Briggs. You don't need me to tell you the story of the Snowman. I mean, if you haven't known the story of the Snowman by now, these are past 40 years, then have you never had a Christmas? So the Snowman tells the story of this boy. He doesn't have a name because there's no talking in this movie. But one Christmas, him and his family are snowed in the English countryside, and he builds this huge human-sized snowman that comes to life magically at night, kind of like Frosty the Snowman and Olaf. And the kid and this snowman become the best of buds, and the snowman flies him off to the North Pole to party with other snowmen from across the globe, and even meets Father Christmas himself. But sadly, their time together is short-lived. Now, happy 40th anniversary to the Snowman, and I just felt like this December would be, well, a perfect time to finally talk about this wonderful movie, and to pay tribute to the Snowman's wonderful author Raymond Briggs, whose stories me and my family always resonated with, and there not a Christmas goes by where I don't put on the Snowman. I have the DVD of both the Snowman and Father Christmas together, and every single Christmas it's Christmas tradition to put this movie on, and to get your hot cocoa with little marshmallows on the top ready. Get your Christmas blankets and cuddle up with your family, friends, or girlfriend or boyfriend, and watch the Snowman. So my first Christmas review of 2022 got to my Santa hat at the ready. I haven't had it for 2020 or 2021, but yeah, thank you so much to my awesome sister for finding it for me. You already know, without me even telling you, that the Snowman is a true masterpiece. It is lovely, just lovely, and it's so clearly the best of the Raymond Briggs hand-drawn animated adaptations. And I mean, the book could not have gotten a more uh, pitch perfect and impeccable adaptation. I mean, to those who are thinking of remaking the Snowman in the future, don't you dare, because uh, 40 years later, this is still one of the best British animated movies ever made, and it has stayed timeless for each generation, each Christmas. Even the sequel Snowman and the Snow Dog could not compare to the magic that is this movie. And you can see why it received an Academy Award for Best Animated Short nomination. And in my personal opinion, uh, uh, it was the rightful winner. But this is one of the most lovable silent movies I have ever seen. As as some silent movies I cannot get into and find myself dozing off. But with the Snowman, I am. It gives me that sense of pure joy throughout, and it's not even a long movie. It's just 30 minutes, so it won't take up too much of your time on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day when you're making Christmas preparations. Thank goodness this movie has no dialogue because I think talking would ruin it and take away from the show don't tell experience that this movie has. It trusts that its kid audience can, resonate with the Snowman without him talking whatsoever. I wish more animated movies would have the courage and balls to tell a story this way. And the unnamed kid, he is the audience character, and he's uh, well, literally uh, every kid who then would be ecstatic if that's a snowman were to come to life somehow by magic, uh, and some of the can debate whether the snowman coming to life is just a dream or reality, but I see it as reality. Because how underwhelming would this movie have been if it was just revealed to have all been a dream? And those who do not believe in magic will never find it. And the uh, and the kids' parents, while only in the first and third act of the movie, and so briefly. The his mother gets more development than his father. His mother still lets him go out and play in the snow, but she lets him know when it's time for lunch or time for bed. And but the scenes where the kid and the snowman are in uh, the kid's parents' room and they're doing their best to not to uh, make a sound. That is all great fun. But of course, the true star of this movie is the titular character, the Snowman himself, who is just named, well, the Snowman, and he is such a warm cuddlebug and highly inquisitive and curious about, well, the world around him when he is brought to life magically, and he just adores trying out everything in the kid's house. Like when he changes his orange nose with multiple fruits uh, and temporarily sunbathes in the heater and puts on the boys' roller skates. Yes, so there's a motorcycle chaser in this movie, and so even before the second half with the walking in the air sequence and the snowman party, there's still plenty of narrative happening. You all know what the best scene in this movie is, as much as I. The walking in the air scene. Alida Jones freaking crushes it performing this song. This was the song that made this kid a real celebrity, and he has perfect pitch. Of course, his voice is not as high as it was when he was younger, as it has broken now. But it's not only Aled Jones's song that makes the walking in the air scene so unspeakably beautiful. It's just the visuals of seeing the snowman and the kid flying over multiple countries during winter, like Europe and over a ship and over the ocean with a whale. Wow. Any kid who got the privilege of doing that should thank their lucky stars, and the snowman party where that ties into the Father Christmas movie is well, the loveliest part of the film, and the snowman does a noble thing for the boy, taking him out of his home so the boy can finally get out of his house and mingle with some new friends on Christmas. That's seen as the second most memorable piece of music in the soundtrack. The da 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 da, and the final hug between the kid and the snowman before the very final scene. Yeah, that will move even the Grinch and Ebenezer Scrooge. And the hand-drawn animation for this movie is staggeringly gorgeous. It literally looks like they brought the illustrations from Raymond Briggs's novel to life by magic. They recreated Raymond Briggs's vision in film totally accurately, and just the snowy landscapes. I mean, really make this movie the definitive winter movie to watch. And of course, the part of the movie you've all been waiting for me to talk about, which is the part I've saved for last, the dark ending. Yeah, sorry kids, but the snowman isn't all sunshine, buttercups, and rainbows. Yeah, because the snowman does melt the very next morning when the sun rises and the boy is heart just shatters and he even puts his scarf on the snowman's remains. And why would Raymond Briggs end this story on such a downer, you may ask? Well, it's because of his uh, philosophy. He doesn't believe in happy endings. His way of looking at life is that everything dies in the end. That then there's nothing we can do about it. That's a fact of life. And he's like, there's no point in sugarcoating that and uh, not bringing up the topic of death to children because they will have to deal with loss sooner or later in life, which he does have a point. But after our periods of grieving, we also all have a come to a point where we move on and enjoy our lives as we know as that's what that person who we've lost would have wanted. So I do think that Raymond could have also taught kids about moving on when death does happen, finding happiness again instead of just ending it on a total downer. But that's just my personal opinion. And yeah, tragically, Raymond Briggs did not have the easiest life. And if you've seen the animated short Ethel and Ernest about his parents, then you will know exactly why. But the snowman's uh, purpose that Raymond intended was to to show children how to deal with death. But still, you can also look at this movie uh, as a lovely, wholesome Christmas classic, if that is your choice. So overall, The Snowman is well a superb animated short movie, one of the best animated short films period.
I give The Snowman 5 stars out of 5. Best Raymond Briggs movie ever.
So yeah, I'm so happy that Channel 4 is still doing well hand drawn children's book adaptations for Christmas, and which I will get to reviewing in future Christmas seasons. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on the Snowman? Are you with me and agree it is uh, a lovely piece of art. Uh, please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you next time when I continue Avatar Month with my top 5 Avatar characters. And I've also got some reviews of the sequel to The Snowman and the Snow Dog and Father Christmas coming. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.